Okay, so there's something really important here in this, what Steven Crowder says here at the end of this, and Alex Jones. It's just something important that I need to repeat, because it's just one key point, one point, one little detail that people need to realize, and people need to use this. And if you don't, I'm afraid that you could fall victim to the disinformation. There's one thing you need to do. Anytime anybody is telling you something about somebody else, anytime, I always ask, okay, why are you telling me that? You obviously, you feel the need to tell me something that I don't know. I question how they know that it's true or not, and a lot of times they can't even tell me how they know. They don't know, and that's the disturbing part. So listen to this real quick here.
Too serious. They put out the truth and hardcore information, but make it fun. That's why the show's so popular and expanding. This is something we need in America and worldwide to promote freedom. You also have to understand, everybody that promotes liberty gets targeted. That's why most people roll over, like so many of the controlled conservative opposition groups, who, by having Steven Crowder and myself and many others out there on the front lines that don't compromise, we make it safe for them now to cover all the stories we covered a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And so it's not that, hey, we're the originals and we're the best and we're the Mavericks and, we are the top guy on the team. So just remember that. It's about understanding that the function that we serve and that you have served by supporting us, and I mean, Stephen and my show, all of it, is the fact that we won't compromise when the big neck story comes out while everybody else sticks their finger in the air and, sees what's safe and gets permission from big tech for what they can do. Ask mommy for permission. We're going to go immediately with what we believe is the information. Now, I'm right about 95% of the time. Crowder is and it's a good thing, neurotic about checking everything. He's right about 99% of the time. But the issue is we're trying to tell the truth. We're trying to get it right, and we're trying to be independent. All these other groups operate like politicians or like they want to be in Hollywood, and it's all about their career, not about our future, and not having World War III and securing our borders and stopping the fentanyl and stabilizing the dollar and stopping all this crime and defending free speech. So that's why this is a revolutionary act to support Mug Club and Steven Crowder, and what Rumble's doing is beautiful, and what Elon Musk is doing is beautiful. And so that's what I'm saying. Support what Elon Musk is doing. Support Steven Crowder. Become a subscriber. Tell your friends and family to become subscribers. But whatever you do, don't visit madmaxworld.tv.
No, you absolutely should not. Certainly not.
Okay, so I just want to add this. What Alex Jones said is 100% correct in my eyes and in many other eyes. You don't have to believe what you hear, what these people are saying, but you need to hear it. You need to hear both sides so that you have the ability to discern the truth. Don't just believe what you hear, which enables them to put a block up. Okay, it puts a mental block up in your mind that anything that these people say is wrong or is a lie, because you're just believing what you've been told. Okay, allow yourself the ability to hear all information. Don't just be so quick to discredit somebody and call them crazy whenever they tell you something that's hard to believe. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Sometimes the truth is really hard to accept and believe. That's when cognitive dissonance kicks in, because your brain thinks, it's too much like work. It's just easier to accept, the lie, what you've been told. It's just easier that way. That's what you've been told your whole life, and it's the truth is fucking scary, okay? Freedom is scary. The truth is scary. Deal with it, all right? So it's important, though, that you hear the other side, or else you're doing a disservice to yourself. So with that being said, I'll put a link in the comments. Go over to Steven Crowder's channel, Louder with Crowder, and support Mug Club, because that's the only way they're able to do this, and they continually get censored on YouTube. Why do you think that is? Because they're putting out so much truth. They're rocking the boat, and it's entertaining. It's very entertaining. So if you haven't seen Steven Crowder, or you're not unfamiliar with it, then oh my God, you don't know what you're missing. You need to go over and check it out. I'll put a link in the description. But what was important, what I wanted to get across, was the point here that Steven Crowder's about to make. Okay, with that being said, here it is.
And I appreciate it. I didn't pay him a dime to say that, by the way, but I also would leave you with this. Do not take my word for it. When I say we've been talking about this for years, go back and check the references. If someone is telling you that they're providing you with facts and never having actually provided you with a referenceable fact that you can use for yourself, your antenna should go up. And that's a lot of people out there. Don't trust me. Don't take my word for it, because I wouldn't. That's why we provide all the references for you. And we are going to continue with Alex Jones on Mug Club, free all month. LighterWithCrowder.com/Mug Club. Just head on over to Rumble right now. If you're on Rumble, hit that button. Boom. We're going to keep going. Just right now, piss off YouTube.
Okay, so you hear what he said. I've said the same thing in the past. Don't take my word for it. Don't believe me, but don't believe them. Look into it for yourself. Don't do yourself the disservice and injustice of just believing what you're told. Now, I've put out the truth on purpose out there because I used to think, I didn't care what people think, and I don't care what people think. But whenever it starts affecting, my kids, and it starts affecting my life in a detrimental way, because, yeah, I don't care what people think, but the way they act on their judgment, they're judging me or judging, a targeted individual, for instance, and because they're judging that targeted individual, that has causality, causation. It causes them to act a certain way towards them, to not, to discriminate against them, and to not treat them equally because they're already judging them. Whether they want to admit it or not, they're judging the person based on something they're told. Okay. So you can speculate that if you want, that I'm a fake TI, or that I have an agenda. I don't. I'd love to hear your your theories on it. Like if you want to say I'm fake or something, great. Go ahead. Let's hear it. I'm curious to see that perspective. As a matter of fact, my purpose, I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, is to put out the truth. To not allow, to combat this fucking disinformation, to combat what they're doing to people, to millions of innocent citizens and people all over the world. And they're doing it in an attempt to gain control over you, over people. They want to control you, and they are controlling you. Whether you want to admit it or not, they're controlling you by feeding you information, and you just take the bait. Boom. Hook, line, and sinker. It's like you're the easy fish to catch. And in my eyes, you look like the retard then being manipulated. And I'm sorry to put it so, put it so harshly, but guess what? The truth hurts sometimes. And the truth is scary, and freedom is scary. But don't wait until they come after yours. Don't wait until they're attacking your freedom and your life and your truth, right? Before you actually say something about it. It's the people who are in the know that do this, and they know, or the people that know it goes on. I'm sorry, the people that know this goes on and choose to do nothing, choose not to talk about it in fear that they'll be judged or ridiculed or targeted. That's the problem, okay? This is the time right now for you to stand up. And if people if people being being suppressed or silenced or censored or harassed, stalked, their life, ruined, their life systematically destroyed, and you're in the know that it's not right, it's not good. You need to do the right thing. Don't be afraid of what's going to happen to you. You could be afraid of what's going to happen to your kids if you don't. Your kids and their kids. What are they going to grow up in? Be afraid of that. Think about that, please. Think about what kind of future our kids are going to live in. If you do nothing, you have the opportunity right now to do something. If you know something, you need to do it. You need to act right now. You need to speak up. You need to tell everybody you know. If they don't know, you need to tell them the truth. The truth of what you know. If you don't know, you need to look into it. But with that being said, the truth is scary. Freedom is scary. Deal with it. and be good or be good at it. Peace.